afternoon or good evening. 4:30 in the evening. Evening? It's 4:30 in the evening or afternoon? I think it's evening. It's more nearer to the evening than... Good evening, it's 4:30 and it's a Monday. And I've been working around the clock on Sunday's video. I was hoping to finish maybe an hour or two earlier, but I had a couple of interruptions, mainly phone calls. I had one nuisance call and one marketing call. I suppose that's a nuisance call as well. And a call from the agent, which I had a quite lengthy conversation with. Had I not had these interruptions, I would have finished maybe an hour ago, and at this moment I'd be walking to the high street, to that same restaurant I went to yesterday, and I had my eye on a chicken curry. There's something about a non-Indian restaurant doing curries that is appetizing. Sorry. Unfortunately, it's 4:30, and according to Google, the shop finishes at 5. At the time of checking Google, I did have 33 minutes before it shut. But even if I could make it in half an hour, it's going to look pretty odd me sitting on my own in the restaurant because no one else is allowed to come in by the time I've when I'm in mid-meal. There might be others there too though. Anyway, it seemed odd, and it was just too much. I couldn't. It means rushing, and the prospect of maybe sitting alone in the restaurant. So I knocked on the head, and I was going to have a cup of coffee and some biscuits, and I thought, well, I've got a whole pint of water, and that's a story in itself. Yeah, I've got a whole pint of water, which I thought peanuts would accompany rather nicely. Now, what happened was I took a break from the editing, probably a bathroom break, and at the same time I thought I would replenish my pint glass with water. Anyway, I did. I filled the glass up with water, and I think the order of events was fill the glass with water, then take a bathroom break, and of course after the latter I went back to the front room and started editing, and I thought, I'm maybe an hour or so in, I'm thinking, that's strange, I've got no water there on the sideboard. And I thought, okay, no big deal, you obviously left it on the sink, empty, because I had grapefruit juice earlier and I must have just left it there. And I decided to, I don't know, I think I had some post. I don't know why, or maybe I just stretched my legs. So I got up and stretched my legs. Maybe it was another bathroom break, I don't know. But anyway, I went into the kitchen, and there, lo and behold, on the table was the full pint of water. So, here I am at 4:30 in the evening with a full pint of water, and I feel a snack coming on. So what better than peanuts? There's crisps as well, but I've also got, I like peanuts because you create a nice thirst, and you've got a nice cool water to drink it down with afterwards. It's such a nice feeling. So yeah, that was the plan for today. get the edit out the way and go and have a nice homemade curry, because all their food are homemade. That spaghetti yesterday was homemade. So yeah, that's it. Oh right, as for the call from the agent, so I'm distracted by a news item, dash cam evidence. Reminds me of a YouTuber who lives locally around the Eltham, Plumstead, Lee Green, Blackheath area, and is what's known as a moto vlogger. Basically, he's a motorcyclist and he's got a GoPro, a camera fitted to his visor and a microphone, and he's doing a narration about everything and nothing while he rides through South London, sometimes parts of the city as well, Westminster, the Mile, whatever it's called, that area in London, the Gold Mile. I don't know. I'll put it in the screen here somewhere, so I think mile it is. And yes, he because he's local, he does these videos, and because he's a bit, he sounds like a Jack the Lad, and so he comes off very funny, you know, his take on things. Mainly on, I mean, somebody talks about current affairs, serious stuff like the crime in London at the moment, and also about if somebody cuts him up on the road, he'll start to chase him and wind him up. But because he's such a Jack the Lad, he's quite funny. If you imagine Del Boy, you know, doing a vlog on the motorcycle, then you get the idea. Anyway, I just saw a news item called dash cam evidence that reminded me of that. I got distracted. I thought maybe the video came on by itself. I'm subscribed to his channel, you see, so if you'd have a new video, it'd pop up. Now, have I lost the trail of my story? I think I have. Let me see now. Oh yes, I remember now. The call from the agent. It's following the visit of the builder and his daughter yesterday, and he said he was going to put an offer in, and he has put an offer in, and it wasn't as low as both of us expected. So it's still below the guide price range, but he's a cash payer, which means we could have this all settled in a couple of weeks if everything goes well with the solicitors and what have you. And so it's worth thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about at the moment. I'm hoping I want to buy some time so that it looks like I'd rather the price was near the lowest of the guide price range. I expect he wants to haggle, and if he does, then hopefully we can get not too far from the lowest guide price. So I said to him, okay, let me think about it and I'll call you back. So I'm going to think about it. At the same time, he was due today. I thought he was coming this morning, the agent, to see somebody around the corner about valuating the house. So when in the conversation, it came up that he's actually coming in the afternoon about this time. I said he could park in my drive, but there's no evidence of his car yet, and it's, as I say, quarter to 6, sorry, quarter to 5 now. So I don't know what's happening there. If he can valuate that house, then it could be a chain, but then again I might get a higher offer than the builder. So they're a dilemma. Meanwhile, the export will take approximately 1 hour and 40 minutes to complete. So that means 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Just after 6 it should be ready for upload. So by 6:30 or quarter to 7 it should be live on YouTube. Look at that, the sky. It's all misty. See that building in the far distance? You can barely see it through the fog or the mist. See that building at the back, in the background? Almost completely covered by fog or mist. I'm not surprised really that they call this month April showers. Well, not the month, but the climate at this time of year. April showers. Oh, hi.
So we have to read.
The export finished, took 2 hours, and it's now live on YouTube. And the time now is nearly 7:25 in the evening. I've got a funny feeling it might have some problems on it. So I'm going to check it out now. I've just played the video that was recently uploaded vis-a-vis yesterday's Sunday's video. I thought there might have been a problem with the ending, but there was no problem. It was okay, so I'm satisfied with that. Right, what's next on the agenda? Delete the fuzz off the laptop, of course, and I'm watching a documentary, or a World War II documentary at the moment, so I think I'll finish watching that off unless I get bored, in which case I will play room escape games. I think I'll let the laptop breathe for a while, So I think I will watch documentary. And when I'm having a sandwich later, I will, oops, excuse me, my stomach. I will watch, being a Monday, Only Connect and University Challenge. And if there's time afterwards, I might resume on the Room Escape games. We shall see. Oh, still got some coffee left. Didn't bank on that. And also the laptop's resting now, so I can't delete any files just yet. I'll leave that till after the documentary. Hi, I just remembered the electrician texted earlier with a quote for the works on the conservatory electrics, and it seemed reasonable, so I've booked the time for Friday morning, and I think he's going to rewire. Yeah, it needs rewiring because we think the wiring's under the floorboards or the tiles, and is subject to damp, which is the cause of the recent power cuts. We think, or he thinks. So he's going to rewire the electrics by winding it up against the wall, I believe he said, and up the side of the conservatory, in the same way as the the storage room in the garden is set up with the electrics. Yeah, it just occurred to me. There you go, just a little update there. YouTube was laggy. So I've turned off the telly and Virgin. I think it's a way of telling me to start on the room escape games. But before I sit down, I'm going to fill up this glass. Of course, before I play the game, I have to delete these files from yesterday's video. So let's proceed. Did you want to see how I delete them? Sure. Have a look. Right, so this is bizarre. This file should be at the bottom. Weird. Because the order is... Oh, that reminds me. I've got to put something in the description of the video regarding copyright. Right, I better do that now. So I have to go to info and settings. Scroll down to this bit here, the description. I can make it bigger. Right, now I have to go back to the desktop. Open up Notepad. Copy the gumph. Edit. Copy. Oh, sorry. Right, back to the description. Couple of returns. Control V or right click. Let's try right click. Paste as plain text, why not? Right, that's all I have to do. And then save it. And it's done. Good. Now I can... These files here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right. I'll start with the bottom one. What's this? Protection has ended. Go away. Go away. Right, here we go. So this is the hit film file. Of all the edited clips. This is the thumbnail. This is the, when I say thumbnail, I mean that's the image you see before you click on it, before you click on the video. And that is the thumbnail background. So really it's just a snapshot of an image in the video. This is the end result, the MP4 file. This is what gets uploaded to YouTube. This is the previous hit film file. Sort of draft in a sense. This is the notepad we just looked at, and of course this is the sound file. The Italian sounding music providing the background music in the video. Right, I've selected those files and I'll just delete. They go straight in the recycle bin. Right, go to the D drive, which is the flash drive, And these are all the little video clips from the phone that formed yesterday's video. Alright, select the folder and delete. Because it's not part of the computer, it's an external storage, it's not going to go to the recycle bin, so it's prompted me to double check before I proceed with the deletion, and I do. So there we go. Bang, it's gone. And now I can hit the browser and start playing my room escape games. Right, I've found the game, had to troll through the list, and it's called Mini Game Number 9. And because it was uploaded in December, there's a Christmas feel about it. Do you want to see the first screen of the game? Okay then. See, when the pointer changes to black, it means I can click on it. Oops. It's thinking of a candy. So, in order to escape this game, I have to find the candy, but it'll probably take a lot of tasks to get there. See this? These lights flashing? That's like the game Simon. So I'm going to come across something in a second where I have to punch in these colours in this sequence. That could be it actually, but I haven't paid much attention to it yet. I don't know how to resolve this yet. Anyway, that's the first screen. I don't want you to get bored, so I'll leave it at that. Alright, so I've got the key now. It turns out that here we go. Go back. You know, I said, oops, Teddy Bear wanted some candy. Well, I found it and he gave me a tile. If you remember from the last video, or the video before last, or even the video before last, I had to collect these 6 tiles. Well, he, in return for the candy, he gave me a tile. So I collected all 6 tiles, and I resolved this puzzle here, because this is where the tiles go. Then you do a sort of picture puzzle, and once you resolved that, this gave me this sort of shape of decoration, which resolved another puzzle which gave me the key here, which means I don't use it for this door. It's a different key, this one. It means I get out the gate. So select the key, click the gate, and there you go. First game of the day resolved. A 404. Oh well. Right, this is the second game of the day, and it was uploaded on Boxing Day, so I've nearly caught up with 2017. These games seem to alternate between the actual game and a mini game. I think the difference is with an actual game you have all 4 walls, with the mini game you've just got two walls. Don't know how that works. You can't have a two-walled room, but it seems to switch from back to front. Or left to right and right to left, but there's no... If you could have a two-sided room, well, that's what the mini games are, bizarrely.